Hello. Good morning, everyone. Requesting the members of the Sangguniang Bayan of Bipil, together with our visitors and our staff, to please be prepared. We encourage you to rise as we welcome the Sangguniang Bayan Maze of the Municipality of Bipil, together with the Honorable Presiding Officer, our acting presiding officer for today's session, Honorable Glenn Ayan Sabihon. And let us also welcome our Secretary to the Sangguniang Bayan, Madam Estelita Silvano Igia.
Call to order our 50th regular session. 55th. 55th. Regular session. 56. And since we have IMA prayer this morning, please remain stand for our national anthem. Since this is the first Monday of the month, floor leader, please, the councilors take, please.
I think for our Philippine Councilors Creed, please follow after me. I am a Philippine Councilor, mandated by the law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents. In their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official acts. And as I head the pathways of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart. And I shall be true to my constituents and the Filipino people.
Okay, please take your seat. Madam Secretary, please roll the call.
Good morning to each and everyone. Welcome to the 56th regular session. Present for today's regular session, Mr. Chair, the following: the Honorable Glenn Ayan Sabihon. We have Honorable Dayan Catalunya, Honorable Arik Alibutdan,
Present.
Honorable Janelle Bordner, Honorable
Present.
Elias Dangpalan, Honorable Joel Ebol, Honorable Alberto Alcoriza Jr., Honorable Fleximil Palalon,
Present.
Honorable Roy Andy Oligario, Honorable Alapid Muhammad. On record, there are 10 present, Mr. Chair, and we are in quorum.
Since majority of the body is present, the chair would like to declare this a quorum. So, floor leader, for the adoption and approval of order of business for today.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Considering that we are in quorum, this representation would like to pass a resolution, a motion, adopting and approving the order of business for today's regular session, Mr. Chair.
I second, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion for adoption of approval of order of business for today, seconded by Honorable Palalon. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved. Mr. Floor Leader, the chair would like to know who are the visitors for today.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. We are now in the visitors hour, and so far we have two visitors. I think we have to go to the first visitor to appraise the Sangguniang Bayan regarding the police visibility in Don Andres Market. I would like to request Police Major Marjan Sali, our Chief of Police of the local police office of Ipil Municipality.
Okay, anyone from the
And with that, I move for the suspension of the rules, Mr. Chair, to accommodate Police Major Marjan Saleh.
Okay, rule suspended. Sir, you may have the floor now. Cons.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning to the Honorable Presiding Officer, to our distinguished Sangguniang Bayan members, to the Secretariat, and to everyone present. Good morning.
Good morning.
I stand before you this August body today to briefly update you on our current peace and order initiative to proactively address security and traffic concerns in our municipality's busiest economic hub. The Ipil Municipal Police Station is strategically deploying dedicated PNP personnel, specifically in our public market in Barangay Don Andres. Our primary objective in this deployment are clear. First is to maximize our police visibility, to deter petty crimes, lawless elements through constant foot patrols. Then second is to ensure the public order, to assist in traffic management and maintain a safe environment for both our local merchants and consumers. Then lastly is to strengthen our coordination with the barangay alongside with our local officials and peacekeepers for a unified security approach. Mr. Chair, rest assured your police force remain fully committed to safeguarding the peace and order and progress in Ipil. We highly appreciate the continuous legislative support of this honorable council. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, so what's the pleasure of the body?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Honorable Ebol.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, the Honorable Majority Floor Leader, our fellow legislators, Secretary to the SP and staff, to all of us, our visitors, good morning. Sir, if you remember 2 months ago, you were here and we asked your good office to assist us as far as peace and order condition in the public market of the municipality of Ipil. I do not know, we do not know if it reaches your good office na yung personnel natin po na na-assign doon ay good for ilang araw lang at wala na po until now. That's why, just for your information, that even our MIDO got a threat few days ago. So, ayun, yan ang ating problema kasi wala tayong police visibility in the public market. Noon, yes, we appreciate very much. In fact, we are very much thankful and we commend your good office for such immediate response ng ating palengke. But I'm sorry to tell you that it was only good for few days. After that po, wala na. So we ask again, at least 2. Yung dalawang hiningi natin na kung pwede hanggang 7 p.m. no? Hanggang alas 7 ng gabi po kasi yan ang pinaka importante, no, at delikado ng mga oras within public market. So ayan po, yun ang hingi namin kasi yan ang as of this time actually, nahihirapan tayo. In fact, sana yung time ng yung mga collection ba ng ating mga collectors dun sa public market, they must be assisted by a police officer para at least then na safety yung collection ng mga tauhan natin. So yun lang po. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any more? Ready?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Party Leader.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to our Municipal Chief of Police, Major Martin Saleh, and to the rest of this august body. Sir, considering that we have been talking about peace and order already in the public market, I would like to also share this issue of public safety and order, not only in the market but in the entire municipality. Just recently, we have been looking at Facebook posts rather, of one personality who died in an accident caused by the young people who are doing drug racing in the what we call this, in the diversion road of the municipality of Ipil. It's quite shall I say alarming, sir, that this is happening. Can you give us the latest development of this drug racing in the diversion road by our young people?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Chair, with the updates on these drug racing activities happen, diversion road at Pangkeran, I think.
Okay.
So, as per report, we have no reported drug racing activities in the area, but still, our mobile patrols are conducting their routinary patrolling. We have 4 sectors of patrolling. We are utilizing 4 mobile patrol cars. One is from Taway to Pangi. The other one is from Tiayon to Taway and going back to Rotonda. And the other sector is from Rotonda to Tiayon to Magdaup and going back to Rotonda. Your Honor, Mr. Chair, that's the routinary patrolling of our mobile patrol cars. But rest assured, there was no reported any drug racing activities in the area. If ever there will be a report for drug racing, our mobile patrol cars, the mobile patrollers will see to it that they will not be allowed. Nevertheless, they have this permit from the LGU. Yeah.
Chief, if it happens that you will be able to caught in the act young people doing some drug racing, what particular law or local ordinance are we going to impose upon them?
First, we have this local ordinance on our speeding limit. Then secondly is we will see to it that they have the modification of their motorcycle vehicles. Since if it is modified for the sake of their drug racing, they will be charged with the local ordinance of the Ipil.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I am struck by the statement speed limit ordinance. Again, I would like to express my sentiments in relation to this speed limit ordinance that we have in the municipality of Ipil. This was, I think, approved perhaps in 2013, 14. I just could not remember, but I was still a member of the Sangguniang Bayan at the time. In fact, the local chief executive at that time, now board member, Attorney Elduin Alibutdan, we purchased speed gun just to be able to implement fully the speed limit ordinance. However, I do not know if what happened to those LGU property, the 2 speed guns that we used to have. I do not know. sure that it was not made use properly. Maybe it became just a mere toy of some of our employees here. I do not know. Right now that we are getting bigger and bigger, I am still very much convinced that the full implementation of the speed limit ordinance shall be embraced in the municipality of Ipil. Mr. Chairman, and also to you, Sir Chief, we have witnessed, kabaw ko nga, sa opisina mo, meron tayong statistics sa mga vehicular accidents. In fact, just recently, there was a mere, I think, somebody from Barangay Sanito who was just sleeping in his quarters, just at the side of the National Highway. He was just sleeping, but eventually he died because of a vehicular accident. Because there was this vehicle, I don't know if it's true that a Toyota Fortuner coming from outside Ipil, to be sure from Davao City, who passed by Ipil, kusog manggug kaayo. So siguro nakatulog ang driver kay it was in the evening already. Dito pod niigo gyud sa balay, asa in taong tong taga Ipil nga pobre in taong trabahante. Nakagasto pa sa hospital, nadala sa hospital sa Zamboanga, dako kay gasto, but eventually the victim expired, no, because of that. That is why I have heard already a lot of clamor from our residents, from our Ipilinos, that as much as possible we will implement fully this speed limit ordinance. We do not care kung dito sila madisgrasya sa ubang lugar. Wa naman tay choice anak, di man nato pud under sa Ipil jurisdiction. But as much as possible, we will be able to trim down the statistics of vehicular accidents in Ipil because of the full implementation of the speed limit ordinance. Chief, how can we be able to help your office so that we will be able to fully implement the speed limit ordinance?
Yes, Mr. Chair, with the suggestion of our honorable member, it is highly recommended that we have this so-called the speed limit gun to measure the speed limit of the to measure the speed of the passing by vehicle. As of now, Mr. Chair, with regards to the implementation of our loud noise or the mufflers of the motorcycles, we were questioned by our constituents that what materials are we using to measure the decibels of these mufflers. So therefore, our provincial director directed us, the chief of police, to procure our own decibel meter tester. That's why we are using that decibel meter tester to test those open mufflers or loud noises of the motorcycles. Same thing with the issues and concern with regards to the overspeeding of motor vehicles or four-wheel vehicles. We would like to request with this body the procurement of the speed gun, Mr. Chen.
Before that, since the former Mitsum head is here, can I ask the status of the what? Kasi murag nakahisgot ko first term na ko.
Old municipality nasa baba yung office ko. So nag-operate kami doon sa Abita. Yung office ko is flooded by the water. So that's why pinakita ko dito before I turn over it na nabasa talaga. So yung isa, sir, I do believe nandiyan pa siya, sir, yung PNP isa, basta dito rin yun, turn over sa akin yung tatlo speed gun, ang isa nasa PNP, yung dalawa sa akin. So about this speed limit, meron tayo, sir, may actually on my time, may linagay akong mga speed yung signage dyan sa center, 40 40, 60, 80. Meron ako dyan nilagay dati, sir. Yung mga speed limit.
So,
And
sir,
yung request ko dati, sir, na-open mo kanina, yung breath analyzer, ni-request ko yan dati. And yung sa disable, ni-request ko yan dati kasi one of the kuhan yan dito dati at my time.
Pero ang status adto sa duha ka speed gun, mugana pa nabahaan.
Hindi na
Dili
nakuha man sa tubig.
Okay.
Nabasa man siya sa tubig. So mutong i-turnover na, mag-explain ako dito sa mag-turnover na ako dito sa kuhan. Diri sa Ilani Charlie ko kitagin mo sa opisina. Dito man ako gi-turnover sila. Kitagin mo basa guba ako ang opisina diri.
Okay.
Moto siya. Motong mo purchase. Kanto bullshare I think ang pangalan na to.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable
in
President.
relation to this speed limit issue, the good practice in South Cotabato, I came to, in fact, when sometime in that year, before 2020, I had this opportunity to officially travel to South Cotabato together with some of the officials of the local government unit of Ipil. And in fact, we were apprehended in one of the municipalities in South Cotabato because we were not so familiar with the national highway. We did not see the speed limit, what we call this, signages. We were apprehended. And by that time, I came to realize that, wow, nibayad mig 1,000 sa tinuod lang. First offense. But it made me realize how important it is to also, that good practice should be copied by the local government unit of Ipil. In fact, what they are doing, they put up checkpoints in the national highway approaching to the municipality. For example, in Ipil, if we will fully implement that, we can put up a checkpoint before kay naamantas. I think in the ordinance there are particular areas approaching Ipil where the speed limit ordinance takes effect. I am not so sure if it's in Sanito, for example, going to the east portion of Ipil. I just could not remember if it's in Sanito or in somewhere in Pangi. But anyway, if it's in Pangi, we put up a checkpoint there. There's a speed gun. People will, some PNP and the local government unit employees will be stationed in there, and then all approaching vehicles should be checked using the speed gun. Kami dito, bisan saon na mag-explain sa tinuod lang nga wa mi kay baho, pero inako nga, well, ignorance of the law excuses no one. So we paid, but it made me realize nga nindot di kaayo ni nga dadto na to sa Ipil. So when I came back to Ipil in the Sangguniang Bayan session, I made a privileged speech related to that. And at that time, the mayor then, Elduin Alibutdan, was able to listen to my privileged speech. Immediately after the session, he called my attention. Can you visit my office? So we talk about the speed limit issues, and he said, kanang mayor diha nga asa mo nadakpan sa South Cotabato, kauban ako sa LMP. Iyang gitawagan. So with that, eventually during the Peace and Order Council meeting, iyang gikonvene ang Peace and Order Council meeting, day nagpalit sila og speed gun. But lagi nasubo kayo ka wa gyud in town magamit. Okay ra to atong nabasa, pero at least kung nagamit gyud to siya unta ba. So ana ay nadakpan ana. Oh, anyway, sige. Okay, at least. But dapat manggod dili na to undangon. Kung gihimo na ni Roger sa una when he was still the Mitsum head, dapat there should be a continuity of the implementation of the speed limit ordinance. Again, ako kung magpakusog sila basta outside Ipil, wala na tay labot ana. Unta diri sa Ipil kay grabe ang traffic. Katulang naluoy kay ko atong namatay nga natulog ra in town nya nabanggaan sa overspeeding kana bitong private car, so luoy kay ba. So kana lang akong concern, Chief. Hopefully, what can we assist the local police office? Just tell us we will elevate this to the municipal chief executive so that we can somehow implement this.
But anyway, naman tayo ordinansa po dana. Maybe we request na lang sa LCE.
Mr. Chair?
Yes,
Sir
Honorable.
Roger mentioned three units. So how about the other one? Is it functional?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, with regards to the unit that was informed for that was turned over to the EPIL MPS, during my tenure as the Chief of Police, I have checked all the equipments because we are directed to, before receiving the tour of duty or assumption of office, the Chief of Police at EPIL, I have checked there was no speed gun
Good.
being turned over to EPIL MPS. And rest assured, Mr. Chair, I will recheck if there is a turnover slip or any documents pertaining to that speed gun.
Okay.
And if I may request, sir, the usage of that speed gun will be utilized by our MITSUM since we have these boundary checkpoints of the MPS. We have the tenant and the iron compacts, wherein if we can utilize if the MITSUM will utilize the speed gun and they will relay to us of the identification of those vehicles violating the speed limit, maybe we can intercept on these two boundary compacts of the EPIL MPS here.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Honorable.
May we request Sir Roger to locate the other one o kinsay ni receive ana sa MPS so that at least no magamit lang man nato, no? It's either ato ang municipal police office or ang ato ang MITSUM. Sayang pod o functional pa na dayon ato rang gi padaplin.
Okay, go ahead.
On my time, I
Mr.
I
Chairman, in addition, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
may I ask Police Major Sally, sir, for the past few weeks, I hope that it's a common news that there were a lot of kanang motorcycle carnapping, particularly Click brand. So, it came to my mind, nganong puro Click brand ang gipang karnap. Yes, Mr. Chairman. In barangay veterans alone, I heard 2 units who were carnap. And one in barangay Don Andres. I don't know with the other barangays. So, what's now the update, sir?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, with the updates of our reported carnap motorcycle vehicles, we are already conducting preventive measures and other activities together with our highway patrol group. And one of which is the yung kapabayaan ng ating mga owners of vehicles. If we are going to implement strictly the so-called yung kung wala kang parkingan is bawal ka magkaroon ng motorcycle or any vehicles. If we are going to strictly implement that, most of those lost or taken without consent motorcycle vehicles were only parked outside their house or outside the apartments. So one of the vulnerabilities of these vehicles is parang nag-i-invite po tayo ng magnanakaw na kunin yung motor ko. And then another thing is with the update of the incident recorded for this carnapping of motorcycle vehicle, rest assured that comparing the record from last year to this year, it's very low for this year. We only recorded 6 lost vehicles, most of which is recovered and filed cases to the perpetrators. And compared to last year, we have 16 recorded lost motorcycle vehicles compared to this year. Rest assured, Mr. Chair, na mas mababa po yung recorded natin ngayon. And alarming lang siya kasi may mga reported na nawawala. And rest assured na most of these motorcycle vehicles are recovered and returned to the owner, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Sorry, Sir Roger. Ato tong i-track kung kinsa to i-kuan. Turn over na mo para ma-track na to siya.
Okay, at my time, so pag turnover sa kuha to, first year ako pag as head sa Mitsuma to, ang hatag yun sa kuha, pag turnover is 2. Accreditation ba ata to? And then, ang isa daw, ang nasa PNP time. So,
Isayin natin,
first Mitsuma to, ang nag-turnover sa kuha, kay kaduhang head man ko. Katong head sa unang Mitsuma, ang nag-turnover sa kuha, duhang gatag sa kuha, ang ingon sa kuha, nasa PNP ang isa.
Kinsa i-turn over na natin.
Ang duhang nasa kuha.
Ang katong sa isa, katong sa PNP na i-turn
At
over.
I think nato yung PNP ganito, nalimot ako sa hepe ito na time. Ang custodian, nalimot lang ko sa lugis itong si kailan man siguro si Hasan, gatong inventory anak diya sa PNP sa una. Pumunta na kayo sa una. Basta, na-remember na ko, ang isa, nagit dito, na itong copy, ako mga kong copy ato dito sa kwan, para mapakita ang atag lang ko hepe.
Okay, thank you.
Tulo. Basta tulo na kabugsan.
Okay. Any more question for PNP Chief? None? Yes, Honorable Catalonia.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Major. Major, listening to you, it makes me think that parang ang safety, no, ang safety sa ato ang in terms sa ato ang mga properties is not good. Given that example, ikaw, ako, or you in a matter, if you come home, usahay mo, park na ba yata sa atong sakyanan sa gawa sa atong balay, no? And yet, we cannot be assured of the safety of our properties. Kaya pwede lagi dahil siya, very vulnerable ra kayo siya sa mga inanang abutang. So, what do you think are we lacking in terms of implementation ang safety sa kinatibukan sa IPIL? And maybe on the legislative side, what can we do to maybe strengthen kana nga aspeto?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Chair, with regards to the request of the IPIL MPS for the ensuring the safety of those personal properties na sabi nga ni Ma'am Honorable Catalonia, ma'am, is yung pag-uwi natin is pinapark lang natin sa labas. So, one of which is we would like to request and we are kinakalat na po namin yung mga info materials, safety tips para sa safety ng ating mga vehicles. One of which is installation of its own GPS, installation of its locking system. Pwede natin i-park sa labas. Kasi ma'am, they have this so-called master key wherein alam natin na kapag ilock natin yung motor natin, tanggalan natin ang susi is nakalock na siya. But yung ilan sa mga nahuli namin na mga karnaper ng mga motorcycle is sinisipa lang nila yung lock na yan ng motor, ma'am, and pwede na siyang itulak, ma'am. And then they have this master key, ma'am. Kapag kasi ang motorcycle natin, ma'am, is pinamodify natin wherein we bought ignition from Shopee lang and then pina-install lang natin sa mga shop sa gilid-gilid is pwede po siya gamitan ng tinatawag nilang master key. And rest assured, ma'am, na the IPIL MPS together with our HPG, our Highway Patrol Group, and the LTO is we are creating a task force na para ma-identify kung grupo na ba to sila or just an individual minor na mga nahuhuli namin. Kasi may mga nahuli kami mga kumuha ng motor, ma'am, eh. Most of them are minors na napagbiskitan lang nila and then nag-joyride lang sila sa loob ng IPIL. After the joyride is iniiwan lang nila sa gilid. And we are happy that we have our CCTVs, our AI CCTVs wherein ilalagay lang namin yung plate number ng motor and identify na namin kung saan pumunta yung motor. And we have our designated PNP personnel na nagbabantay sa ating command center. So, Yeah, in the side of the legislative, ma'am, may we recommend and request for the strict implementation of those parking of our personal motorcycle or four-wheel vehicles.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
in addition, Chief, doon na ba tayo mga parang, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have mentioned that we have some apprehensions in relation to carnapping.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are their status now? I mean, basin og, have you conducted an investigation properly to know whether they are being manipulated by higher people in position, I mean, in terms of capabilities than them?
Yes, sir. We
Nag-aasa sab sila, ana?
Yes, sir. On the part of the PNP, on all of our apprehended suspects, like for example the carnapping series, we are conducting a custodial debriefing wherein we are conducting interview to the apprehended suspect kung may mga kasamahan ba siya ng mga grupo or mag-isa niya lang. And mostly sa mga sinasabi nila, sir, is mag-isa lang sila, sir. Ang ginagawa lang nila, sir, is one of the examples, sir, is from Olutanga, apprehended personality. Kapag may nananakaw daw siya sa Olutanga na motor, binibenta niya dito sa Ipil. Once disposed the motorcycle na binenta niya is magnanakaw na naman siya ng motor dito sa Ipil, sir, and then dadali na naman niya sa ibang lugar, and then doon na naman niya ibibenta. And with our backtracking together with the HPG and the LTO is nahuli po natin to siya, itong perpetrator na to. And we, as what we hope, nung mga nahuli namin ng mga perpetrators is akala namin is magbaba yung kaso natin ng mga flash alarms natin ng mga ninanakaw na motor, but still meron pa rin. So still pa rin po, ongoing pa rin yung investigation natin together with the task force, together with HPG and LTO to apprehend these perpetrators.
Okay, my idea kasi, Chief, is if no one buys, why mangawat? As much as possible, kita po doon tang mga taga-ipil, di ta pataka, barato, niya, way klarong papel, mo palit po. Di, daghan kayong kawatan kay, daghan mang mamalit. I mean, barato man. Mo palit man. Why not we ask our people to buy from legitimate motorcycle dealers or imong silingan, mingon nga, ibaligyan na nako na yung motor, at least kailaman ka. O di, kato imong paliton. That's our problem also because we tend to support the activity of, the illegal activities of these people because naaman sila yung merkado. How can we stop them if we continue on buying this kind of chop-chop piyesa na may merkado good? But if Ipilinos will work hand in hand that we will not buy any motorcycle parts from any person, medyo di takailag kinsa sila, dito tapalit sa mga legit nga mga nagbaligya og motor. Kay daghang magsikanhan sa Imcor nganong di man ta mamalit diha. Nganong dito kita mamalit anang wag ni ta kaila. So that's the problem there. Walang manloloko kung walang magpaloko. That's very basic. Ang problema kay we tend to support. That's all.
Yes, Honorable Albotan.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
When I was the barangay captain of Ipil Heights, na ako'y nadakop nga duha ka buok karnaper from Zamboanga del Norte, minor de edad, mga 17 and 15 ba to? So ako silang giistorya, naman gud sila gisulti sa ako nga ngalan. Kay dili sila diri maabot kung wala sila kanang murag ilahang gisampaan ana ba? Yeah. Wala sila gisaligan. Yes, na sila amo-amo. And pagkahuman akong gitawagan si Honggo ningo please ani sila sa barangay kuhaan ni akong nadakpan then palihog ko o pangutana balik kay naaman siya gihunghong sa kuha labi na nga yang gihunghong sa kuha men and uniform ingko palihog ko pangutana balik kay iya manggong gisulti sa kuha kani nga tawo ang ilaha bitang murag amo-amo so Adi ako kabalo unsay natabo basta ako tong ituno over sa station sir. Dili pa mo pud ikaw ang hepe adto. Kain pa tong hepe. So si Hongko akong gitagaan kay murag siya man to ang panahon nga investigator. So sa iya ambot I don't know kung unsay nahitabo sa ilahang kuan.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes.
Hungko is
Police.
our investigator at the APL-MS. Your Honor. So rest assured, sir, I will check into that the record, sir, kung
Yes.
kano siya na naitabo, sir, kung sino yung binigay na pangalan, sir. And rest assured din, sir, na we have also different names kung kani-kanino sila nakiki-stay dito since
Yes.
may mga nahuli kami na from Zamboanga City also, minors na apat, I think, 4 of them minors from Zamboanga City. And the Carnap motorcycle is from Zamboanga City din na dinala nila dito sa Ipil. So rest assured, sir, na may mga records kami niyan and for application of search warrant to those households na identified talaga namin, sir.
Thank you.
So, yes sir, no? So it's very alarming based on that information. Kung totoo na yung amo-amo nila dito ay men in uniform, ako, malaking problema yan.
Yes, sir. I'm going to check into that, sir, because maybe reported to men in uniform, sir, but yung pinupuntahan nila dito is not men in uniform, sir.
Yes, that's why we wanted your good office, kung pwede, please update us. Kasi yung sabi ni Konsehal Alibutda na yung certain police investigator, Hunggo, kung anong nangyari noon. So that at least, alam natin, no? What is really happening around Ipil. Baka napasukan na tayo dito ng mga sindikato.
Yes, sir.
That's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Catalonia.
I would just want to inquire, Major, regarding those minors that were apprehended. What happened to them? CICL, no?
Yes, ma'am. They were turned over to the
DSWD.
stability. Yes, ma'am.
And do you have monitoring for those certain individuals if they had recurrence of the same offense?
Yes, ma'am. Based on the records, ma'am, is hindi na umulit yung mga pangalan nila, ma'am, and then di naman sila na-apprehend either from Ipil or from Zamboanga City na record, ma'am.
Okay. So, thank you, Mr.
Okay, no more questions? Big na, sir. Thank you kayo. Thank you for sa strengthen sa to peace and order for the better progress na to ang municipality. Thank you.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you. With that, Mr. Chair, let us now go to the next visitor. From the Muay Thai organization of the municipality of Ipil. This is actually a courtesy call, I think, from Mr. Roberto Chong Jr., who just came from an event, a tournament in Dipolog City, wherein, Mr. Chair, one of his fighter made a record of a stoppage during the first round for only a few, I think, 1 minute and
3 seconds.
3 seconds. So, first of all, Mr. Chair, we'd like to accommodate Jong Chong.
Okay, you may have the floor now, sir.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chair, and to the rest of the Sangguniang Bayan. Good morning po. Nag-thank you kami dako kayo sa Governor Daryl Dexter T.O.Y. sa Dipolog City for inviting us. So we came from here, from Ipil to Dipolog. Also, we want to thank for those sponsor naghatag sa mag-support. Although, naman tayo may problema dito sa Ipil, pero naghatag po may gamay garbo para sa tos taga Ipil. Si Steven Gapul coming from Tawai. Next fight niya will be April. It will be an atom weight with belt na siya is coming April next year. So katong fight namo dito sa Dipolog is first time to siya gihimo nila sa birthday ni si Robert uy bati. Wait lang ha, kaya di ko memorize yung guwan niya. Si Governor Daryl Dexter T.O.Y. yung birthday, celebrate niya ikuha niya ang Muay Thai, which is the first Nak Muay. Celebrate niya dito para sa birthday. Nak Muay series, first time Nak Muay series giheld nila sa Dipolog City. And also, we're invited. Two fighters were there in Dipolog City. One is from the Titay, who is not lucky enough. Pero nakasurvive siya for 3 rounds. Exchanging fights. And also, Stephen Gapol give the best in just 1 minute and 3 seconds to take a knockout from the opponent. Ang kalaban is number 1 contender from kickboxing, the best fighter sa Dipolog City. So we give the best knockout for him. Deserve sa ilahapod usay kasi wala pa man ko ato nga time. Siguro kasi nasay magud ang fighter, ilang gina demoralize. Pero gipakita ni Steven Gapol for 2 months and 3 days nga nagtraining siya from the weight of 57 ba to? Steven ba? Ang weight niya coming from 57, sa ang weight niya nidula siya for 49 kilograms. So nagpagamay gid siya for 2 months and 3 days. Mao ni siya si Steven Gapol. Next fight niya will be month of April next year for the atom weight with title belt na siya. So mo to mong pasigarbo lang po namo ihatag nato diri sa atong lungsod sa Ipil. Daghang salamat na buntag.
Okay. Anyone from the body na makapasa ng resolution pa appreciation sa atuang nagrepresent sa atuang lungsod. In other matters. Okay. Kay hindi po pagbilin ng po sa name. Pagbilin na po sa name para makapasa ng resolution sa.
Asa ba to ang kanil? Ating na.
Full name.
Ibang kan ba mga members din. Dali. Yan po.
Okay kaya.
Next time, this is karon certificate for appearance and also the medal. The next time will be the title bout na with the belt na siya. Title belt na gid siya.
Recess for 2 minutes for photo ops.
Okay.
back to order. Okay. Back to order.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we are still in the visitors hour. I think we still have one more visitor, Mr. Chair, in the person of, he is my neighbor, Mr. Totong Sharis. Yes? Diri ka? Abi na ko, kaubang kas Muay Thai.
Sir, you may have the floor na.
Maayong buntag, Sir Chair, sa tanang mga municipal councilor, maayong buntag. Nalagi ko dire kay nakoy hangyo. Sir nga, kuan, nakapalit kong luna sa Barangay Ipil Heights. Unya ang tituluan ni kuan, Sir, kanang Municipal of Ipil ang titulo. Unya, sako ning ante akong napalit, nangamatay naman sila, Sir. Nya, mangyon ta ko, Sir, na magpa-issue ko lidob sila ni Sir na ako ang pangalan dito para magkuhan ko maglakaw ko ani Sir nga kuhan dili kayo kuhan kay lisod kay financial karon Sir.
Okay. Since napod ang assessor karon, maybe maka-explain lang po ani, ma'am. Kung para mag-guided po si sir.
We acknowledge our personnel from the municipal assessor's office. Norma Abdullah. Norms, pwede kang mo istorya kung naakay kasayuran ani?
Sa atong chairman, good morning o sa August body of the council. Ang sa among ko answer, usually ang ginahimo sa una, murag maghimo lag authority sa mayor nga mo perma in behalf sa municipality of Ipil man ang title. Kaya na naman po siya yung mga documents ani, sa una si Mayor Oligario pa nakaperma.
Kinsa nga Mayor Oligario,
Si
Ray Andre.
Oo.
Okay.
Nanan ni siya. So siguro murag authority na lang na sa mayor karon nga mo perma siya in behalf sa atong sa munisipyo.
So it will be the Sangguniang Bayan who will give him the authority.
Oo, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Recess for 2 minutes. Nalakoy ko. Off the record.
Is the location of that particular
Ipil Heights.
lot?
Ipil Heights, sir.
Yes.
What particular purok? Purok Luz. To the pita. Ilan eh? Katong sa likod sa inyo? Oy. Wow. LGU property din sa una diha.
Kanang barangay Ipil Heights, if you
The whole of the barangay. Okay. No wonder.
subdivision ba sa munisipyo?
Okay. Even that property of the Sabihons. Di ba? Because abang rap na sila good. O di, buhatin ni committee report.
Ipasa na sa kuha.
Sige. Mr. Chair, in relation to this, to make it formal, we will give this, we will refer this to the Committee on Land Use, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Because this is about a property, and of course, we also give the opportunity to the Committee on Land Use to study and make the necessary recommendation, and eventually the authority for the mayor to sign a particular memorandum of agreement ba? What is the most appropriate deed of sale? Okay, deed of sale. Okay.
Okay. This matter will be referred in Committee on Land Use. Sir, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Dito na lang kapaluag.
Ay, sir, pagbilin lang po the number para makatawagan na lang po dayon pag-abot ng committee meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Mr. Chair, we have here our visitor from the NCIP, National Commission on Indigenous Peoples. I think IPIL office. We have Mr. Wahid. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you may have the floor now.
Mr. Chairman, the purpose of the visit of our friends from the NCIP is the reinstallation of our IPMR Muhammad Al-Hapid.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you may have the floor now.
The floor is yours.
Mr. Presiding Officer, sa tanang mga ISB member, mayong buntag sa tanan.
Good morning.
Good morning. So ang NCIP, actually ang kabalota sa sitwasyon ni Al-Hapid, ang ato ang municipal IP mga sa Ipil, nga naatoy mga gamay nga problema. But gahapon, ninggawas na gyud ang final decision sa amo ang regional director nga giisyuhan na siya og certificate of affirmation. So ganiha gikuyugan namo dito kay mayor og hangtod dinhi sa Sangguni ang bayan naami para i-re-endorse si Al-Hapid as official IPMR balik sa second term niya dinhi sa munisipyo sa Ipil. Effective karon nga adlaw kay ang foreman ang nanumpa naman siya ganiha dito kay mayor pod.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, for the record,
naana diri ang actually na-receive naman siguro sa municipal secretary.
wala pa. According to our secretary, we have not yet received any document.
Karon pa.
Karon lang. Okay.
So,
But for the record, nanumpa na siya dito sa Municipal Chief Executive.
yes. So karon ang NCIP ningkuyog rami for witness kung inyo na ba siyang i-confirm as second term sa iyahang pagka-IPMR diri sa Ipil.
Recess for 2 minutes kay murag na concern natong secretary.
our next visitor, Sir
Committee Chair.
Harvey Hope Tagong of the Department of Interior and Local Government. We will proceed first to the next item, which is the privilege hour, Mr. Chair.
Okay, anyone would like to avail the privilege hour? I think me. Yes, Honorable Catalonia.
Mr. Chair, I would like to take the privilege, this privilege hour, to call on procedural compliance as to our passage of ordinances. So, honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan, esteemed colleagues, every ordinance we pass carries the weight of law in our municipality. It shapes how our constituents live, work, and access service. But an ordinance is only as strong as the process that brought it into being. Procedural compliance is not mere formality. It is the safeguard that ensures every voice, from the committees to our stakeholders to the public we serve, has been heard before a policy becomes binding. Under the local code, requirements such as the 3 readings, committee review, public hearings, and public publications or posting exist precisely to protect the legitimacy of what we enact. Skip a step and we risk more than technicality. We risk exposing the ordinance itself to legal challenge, delay, or nullity, undermining the very purpose it was meant to serve. When we follow procedures faithfully, we protect 3 things: the right of our constituents to participate, the integrity of this legislative body, and enforceability of the policies we work so hard to craft. A hastily passed ordinance that cannot withstand scrutiny helps no one, least of all the people it was designed to protect. I therefore urge this body, as we move forward the approval of proposed ordinances before us, let us treat each procedural step not an obstacle to progress, but as foundation of it. Compliance today is what gives our ordinance the strength to stand tomorrow. It came to my attention during the last session. I'm very sorry that I had to excuse myself early on because there was one ordinance that was, I think it was hastily requested for public hearing. And it was not, although we want to approve ordinances as fast as we can for it to be implemented, it has to undergo proper procedural proceedings. Bypassing the procedures, parliamentary procedures, would challenge legally as to the validity of the ordinance that we will approve. So it has come to my ordinance did not go through proper committee referral, no proper review from the committee members, and there was no committee report for it to be approved for first reading before it can be submitted for public hearing. So anyway, maybe we can do a correction on that part, on that aspect, because that bypass puts this ordinance at a disadvantage. So also maybe from this point on, we will put ourselves into looking or properly following procedures as we go through passage of our proposed ordinances. Because as much as we want to hasten it, ang mahitabo, we will go into a detour and mas malangay na noon siya. So I think that is all for my concern, Mr. Chair. Good morning to each one.
Okay, thank you. Anyone? Maybe sure. Okay, floor leader, let's proceed for the approval of minutes of previous session.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to avail of the privilege.
Yes, honorable floor leader, you may have the floor now.
Mr. Chairman, just recently we witnessed not only a few, but I think hundreds of college students parading towards the institution who molded them because of non-issuance of their transcript of records, TOR, despite that they have already graduated from that institution I am referring to. Mr. Chairman, I was elated when the Congresswoman of the 2nd District of the province of Zamboanga, Sibugay, tried her best, and because of her effort, she was able to convince the school to finally release the TORs that the students were asking for. Mr. Chairman, I came to realize that the school still under the supervision within the area of responsibility of the local government unit of Ipil. In fact, even in our Sangguniang Bayan of Ipil, we have the Committee on Education that will look into the matters and concerns of the different educational institutions, be it a public school or a private school, within the area of responsibility of the local government unit of Ipil. I was elated, but at the same time, I was affected by the fact that it needs a congresswoman to discover all of these things. Where in fact, the local government unit of Ipil has all the right to do it first instead of elevating the issues to the office of the congresswoman. Why not the local government unit of Ipil would do its function first? That is why in this situation, Madam Chair, Mr. Chairman, I would like to request the Committee on Education of this Sangguniang Bayan to formally conduct an inquiry as to the validity of all the issues and concerns circling around this educational institution situated in Barangay Buluan. In fairness to the owners of this institution, Mr. Chairman, I think it's but just timely that the Sangguniang Bayan will also conduct its own inquiry. Ang ako manggod kay di naman dapat congresswoman gyud ang mubuhat ana. LGU Ipil can do that. If it happened for quite some time already, what was the role of the Sangguniang, the local government unit of Ipil then? Naaman tayo mga official gihapon sa una. Naaman po tayo congresswoman sa una. Nganong karon raman nga ni init nagmaayo ang issue. So, again, Mr. Chair, I would like to request again the chairman on the Committee on Education, in the spirit of transparency and balance, decision making, because for me this is an avenue where we can also give an opportunity to the owners of the educational institution to air also, so that mahibalan na to tanan. Ang ako lang is I have heard some reports that some of its buildings do not have necessary building permit and occupancy, what we call this, permit. Well, it remains a hearsay until such time that a formal inquiry will be conducted. Because for me, if it's true that some of its buildings do not have necessary building permits and even occupancy permits, then that would be a great insult, a slap on the face of the local government unit of Ipil, while we require buildings, we require our people to secure building permit first before going into formal construction. It will become a precedence. In fact, if it's true, if it's true, I'm not saying that at this point in time it's true, but if it's true, then it is already a precedence that we can somehow operate, put up a building without even a necessary requirement being accomplished. In fact, Mr. Chair, I was handed over by Honorable Iric Alibutan, who is the chairman of the Committee on Land Use. There's a resolution in 2021 adopting the committee report number 352, rendered by the Committee on Housing and Land Utilization, denying the request of the educational institution I am referring to for extension of time, 6 months, for them to comply the municipal clearances and permits. So therefore, it's true that they lack necessary clearances and permits. So, kulang man gani og clearances and permits, there is no wonder why TORs are not properly given at the right time and at the right moment. So, I think it's best now that the Committee on Education will try to check on this, conduct proper inquiry in aid of legislation, Mr. Chair, for the Sangguniang Bayan of Ipil. So that would be all. Daghang salamat, maayong buntag sa tanan.
Okay, thank you. This matter will be referred to Committee on Education. Any more? PBHR? Okay, let's proceed to the approval of minutes of the previous session.
Mr. Chair, I am seeing now the presence of our municipal local government operations officer, Sir Harvey Hope Tagong. He is already in our session for today. So, Mr. Chair, let's go back to the visitors' hour. I move to suspend again the rules to accommodate Sir Harvey. Sir
We're
Harvey.
suspended.
Yeah, good morning everyone. So, I believe this concerning to the sa atong IPMR, no?
Exactly.
May I ask what would be the query for the...
Okay. There is a document signed by the then Regional Director Paisal Abutasil of the DILG, informing the local government unit of Ipil. This is dated September 8, 2023, Sir Harvey. Actually, I think we had an inquiry at that time on the treatment of certificate of affirmation of the same IP representative that we have now, Haji Al-Hapid Muhammad, as the IP representative of the Sangguniang Bayan in the municipality of Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay. In this letter to the Honorable Mayor at that time, dated July 31st, 2023, who made the inquiry on the appropriate action to be done with the certificate of affirmation of Haji Al-Hapid Muhammad as IP representative in the Sangguniang Bayan of Ipil, issued by the NCIP Regional Office through Acting Regional Director Marita Minyao, dated May 15, 2023, despite its conflict with the decision of their Supreme Council of Elders. In one of the items mentioned in this letter to the local government unit of Ipil, Sir Harvey, Director Abutasil at that time, he said, please be informed that this department has been consistent in its position that the Indigenous Peoples Mandatory Representative, IPMR, may already assume as such in the local Sanggunian upon compliance with the following. He cited two items. One, issuance of the Certificate of Affirmation or COA by the concerned NCIP Regional Director or the provincial officer as the case may be. Two, the IPMR takes the appropriate oath before an authorized officer. Actually, these two items were already being accomplished by Haji Al-Hapid Muhammad. In fact, just an hour or more than an hour ago, he already took an oath, an appropriate oath before the municipal mayor Ramses Troy Oligario. And of course, he has his COA already from the NCIP. Now, we just want to be cleared of because of some gray areas, because some of the members of the Sangguniang Bayan would like to insist that perhaps we still need the sort of a certification from the regional director of the DILG in relation to this. However, with this letter, there was no mention already of a certificate of affirmation that is needed from the regional director or anybody from the DILG. So, we'd like to be clarified of this. Will this letter that the local government unit of Ipil received in 2023 still holds water?
Yeah, good morning once again. So actually this certificate of affirmation or recognition was actually a requirement before the issuance of the latest NCIP guidelines. So all concerning as to the IP representation lodged to the NCIP. So around maybe the time that I was not yet an MLGOO, I believe that the certificate of recognition still required before an IPMR can sit or can hold office as a member of the Sangguniang Bayan or Panglungsod. Then later, there is an NCIP issuance. I could not remember the exact number. That during the based on their issuance, the certificate of recognition from the DILG is no longer required. So, as what on the legal opinion cited around 2023, it is still yun pa rin, affirmative pa rin yun na legal opinion. That was based also on the NCIP issuance, in which the certificate of recognition is no longer required, no, from the DILG pangayoon siya once an IPMR that has been selected will sit as an SB member or SP Panglungsod.
Yes, for the record, I'd like to take notice of the statement being released by Sir Harvey Hope Tagum.
Sir, unsay basis ang aning reappointment? I think di ba term sharing ang ilaha kanang kada tribe lain-lain ang mulingkod kada kakuan?
In relation to term sharing, I believe that every localities have their own local guidelines on the selection. So if you need to verify or as to the validity or the ano of the process, you can review their approved local guidelines on the selection process in which it is approved by the NCIP. Kasi sila ra kasi ang katong mag-approve ana. So in there, part of this section is makabutang dadto kung unsa ang ilang term basis, no, sa ilang term sharing, sa relative ning ana. And again, sa part sa DILG as to the process, murag wala na mi, no, nawala mi dili same before daw na naa pa mi katong sa certificate of recognition, but katong based on the mga latest issuances, NCIP na gyud ang in relation ana, in which kana pong sa pag-review sa ilahang internal rules on the selection lodge also sa atuang NCIP nga opisina. So if you want to be clarified on the term basis, you may visit the katong local approved nilang guideline kana cons.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Sir,
Honorable
good
Catalonia.
morning, Sir Harb. Since you mentioned ng ilahabitang internal pod nila, no, guidelines on how they go about sa ilahang election and selection, nabay copy ang ato ang DILG ana, maybe pwede pud makapangayo og copy ang SB for us to be guided.
I have to check on the records, no, kay nakalikod na ata kasi si cons before my assumption to diripod sa atuang munisipyo, but I'll look into our records, and I don't know if the RIPMR has provided this Sanggunian office on that guideline.
And also, Mr. Chair, I think every term naagid sila dispute. The last one, they had to parang case finding and investigation prior to finally having their kanabitang resolution. So always parang time and again the SB is in question on sa ilahang legality in terms of sitting as SB, no. So kung ingana nga proceedings unsa man ang stand nato sa SB, do we recognize them, no, kay mo man na isa before, do we recognize them while napa may gikuan na case build up example ingana, and then fact finding pa while waiting or awaiting resolution, recognize gyud na sila as the standing IP representative?
If we will base on the legal opinion issued by the department, no, sa regional office, once that the IP representative has complied those requirements, then he or she shall be qualified to assume into office. So murag na kuan siya nga ministerial on the part of the SB on the acceptance to sit dito sa ato ang council.
Okay. So without the requirements as you mentioned, wala na yung requirement from the DILG.
DILG.
So
yes.
okay na to nga ano siya kay mayor.
Yes.
No, oath in office kay mayor. That's kana na lang siya. No, also kanang mga from the NCIP magpadala ba sila sa amo og kanang communication na kanina ang bago nila nga representative or
actually, I received a letter from the NCIP today addressed to Municipal Mayor Cooper Furnace, my office, and so far wala may na-appeal diri sa ilahang copy furnish records, no, na sa Sanggunian Bayan nato, but in that case, maybe sa ato ang IP mismo, since he seeks to be seated again sa ato ang council, it would be appropriate to give a copy sa ato diring sa council.
yes,
But as to for the NCIP, so far wala ko'y nakita diri sa ilahang copy furnish nga portion cons.
okay.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Honorable Ebol.
just for observation, Mr. Chair, I believe that the NCIP has their own selection process. So, ilahan na diya nga proseso. That's why, if there is somebody who raised a question or objection to the appointment of the Honorable Muhammad to again reassume office, then that's the time I believe that we will be having a sort of question. Kay ilaha man na siya nga proseso god. But the fact that even no less than the regional director of the NCIP has already issued a certificate of affirmation, then what's the question now in the part of the Sangguniang Bayan?
I think na wala may objection gikan. Basta ang ako lang na akong nakita karon, ang proceedings lang gyud pod kay murag this is new na proceedings na sa atong niagi. So for the kuan lang pod para sa tuwa, for the record lang pod siguro og simbakog nay mo babag at least natay kuan.
Natay basis.
Natay basis daan.
That is why, Mr. Chair, in addition, I would like to, if our visitor here, Sir Harvey, of the DILG, can answer this, okay. If not, I'd like to request our representative from the NCIP, Tuto Wahid. This is my question. If ma-answer ni Sir Harvey, okay na. Pero mas maipod nga mo support yun ang NCIP. Procedural lang ta. Naabatay kay kabalo may ga change man god, ga evolve man god pod ang IP representation in the different sanggunians. Ga evolve gid na siya. We just want to be clarified of the new kanang guidelines wherein it clearly stated there that an IP representative can be allowed to another term after his first term.
In relation to the katong sa term basis, no, ang akong naibalaan sa NCIP issuance is that the locality has kanang the discretion paunsaon nila ang manner of this sa ilang term basis. So again, if you'd like to be clarified on the term basis, kindly revisit the katong sa ilang local guidelines sa selection sa IPMR. But for in my opinion, based on the as what I have understand sa mga NCIP issuances, nagdepende ra gyud sa local. It could, no, pwede siya if it kanang mabutang siya sa ilang local guidelines. Kay ang gikuan sa NCIP is that as long as approve ang ilang local guidelines, then that would be followed sa ilang selection process.
Mr. Chair.
Ato sang ihatag ka diyot sa atong NCIP. Okay.
Sige po. Mayong udto, sir. So, in addition sa ato ang DILG, ang local guideline sa April man good, sa unang nangagi is one term ang ilahang guideline. But last December, na amendment sa local guideline sa April.
Okay.
Sa 4 tribe, gi-approve sa upat ka tribo dinhi sa April nga ang ilahang term rotation is 2 term diretso na kay ambak-ambak kung imo yung tan-awon ang ilang local guideline, start jud sila 2 terms jud pero lahi-lahi nga tawo. Kay first IPMR diri Ginusaw, Subanen. Second si Saysa Uto, Kulibugan. Pag human ni Saysa Uto, back to Subanen, Gasal. So 2 terms na ang Subanen. Pag human ni Gasal at to kay Rasid Bual, Kulibugan, 2 terms na ang Kalibugan, 2 terms ang Sama o ang Subanen. So pag sunod ato ni adto sa Sama, 1 term si Haji, pero sa guideline nag-ingon nga after sa sama adto sa Iyakan, balik na pud human sa Iyakan adto na pud sa sama, balik na pud sa Iyakan. So nagdesisyon ang upat ka tribo nga i-state last December 2025. So na-approve ang ilahang local guideline nga 2 terms na diretso
Okay.
magsugod atong December. So mao na nga nag-apply si Haji for reselection, nidaog siya as asama. Pero pagkahuman aning sasama, automatic sa Iyakan, 2 terms na sad ang Iyakan. So mao na ang bag-ong guideline sa mga mga IP dinhi sa IPIL. So hasta ang mga barangay 2 terms na ang ilahang pwede na sila mudagan as 2 term. Pero every 3 years na adyo'y selection. Kung na mga ubang member sa tribo nga mudagan, pwede gyapon sila kadagan. But kato na ang ilahang subayon na 2 terms per tribe na ang ilahang local guideline effective atong December 2025.
Okay, to be clarified, gi-amend ninyo in December of 2025 ang mga guidelines. You now allowed the tribe for 2 consecutive terms.
Yes.
Irregardless whether do na kay duha ka tawo or pwede ra gihapon usara.
Pwede.
Okay, in the case of Haji Alapid Muhammad, he's the only one.
Oh, wala.
So,
may
but if there is another one like him coming from the same tribe, pwede gihapon.
pwede sila
Oo.
aspire.
Basta the same sa iyang tribe.
Oo, yes.
Okay. That's very clear.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Catalan.
I just want to state this clearly to negate all kanibitang confusion. The SB, no, this is in relation to the statement of our good colleague, Honorable Ebol. The SB is not in position to reject or
Yes.
veto the chosen IPMR
Yes.
by the NCIP. Ang atoa lang diri, or they choose, no, by customary law and traditional decision making, they choose their own representative. But as our DILG said, ang atoa is only ministerial. But we also need mga certifications. So NCIP, they usually give the certification of affirmation sa mga selected IPMR. Because sa SBSAD, we give the resolution, di ba? Kita man ang magkuhan sa resolution for them. So I think in that point, ang atua lang is we are following the documentary requirements that is needed for that kanibitang appointment give para sa resolution. So dili man ni atua is objecting. We are never in position kay dili man ta membro ana sa ilahang tribes. They have the freedom to choose whoever ang ilahang representative. Ang atua lang is the documentary requirements so that we do not bypass any of the kaning mga legalities nga dapat. So I think naaman pud guy precedents nga case, di ba? I don't know if you were here katong before kay Honorable Apid. So muna they all had to go through all the fact finding and resolution before the kaning unsang conclusion gyud ana nga case. So ang ato lang is dili po taganahan nga ingana bitaw na ay problema. We accept, we welcome kinsa ang ilang chosen IPMR. Ato lang follow lang po ta sa mga documentary requirements.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. As I have mentioned earlier, ningon ko ang ato ang NCIP adunay ilahang kaugalingon nga selection process. So it has been already mentioned that last December they already changed, no, ilang gi-amendahan ang ilahang selection process. That's why ingon ko, unless nga there is somebody who question, who made an objection, kay dapat atuan ng entertainon o panalitan na ay objection. But in the sense that it is very clear nga na-comply ni Konsehal Muhammad ang iyahang tanan nga mga documentary requirements and finally endorsed by the regional director by virtue of that certificate of affirmation, then I believe wa na kuan ang ato ang SB, no? Because as I said, ilahan na nga processor. That's a special law para sa ato ang NCIP. We can even now hear the DILG nga wala gani sila certain provision, di ba, Sir Harvey, no? Wala na sa ilaha because this is a special law.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, just to
Yes,
be
Honorable Leader.
for recording purposes, I would like to ask the NCIP to provide us the copy of that guidelines which you amended in December of 2025. Please provide this ang Sangguniang Bayan. Kanara?
Sige. Noted, sir.
Okay.
Magpa-musin na.
For
Thank you.
our record.
Any more?
I think it's very clear, Mr. Chair.
Okay, let's move forward and
Thank you, Sir Harvey.
pass the concurrence resolution.
Mr. Chair, may we request Honorable Muhammad to give us a few words.
A few words.
Okay. Sir, you may have the floor. Sure.
Bagay. Affirmation naman na siya.
Good morning, everyone.
Resolution of affirmation.
Our presiding officer, Honorable Ayan Sabihon, and also our floor leader, Honorable Alberto Jongjong Alcurisa. Good morning. Fellow members of the Sangguniang Bayan of Local Government Unit of IPIL, other distinguished guests, visitors, friends, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be given the opportunity to speak before this august body representing the indigenous cultural communities, indigenous peoples, ICCIPs, of the ancestral domain of Municipality of Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay. First and foremost, I would like to extend my deepest and heartfelt gratitude to every who supported me in any ways possible when I served as your municipal IPMR from August 4, 2023 up to August 4, 2026. When my term ends, from the fellow legislator who mentored me, the ways and means of being a legislative member, and to my technical staff who painstakingly did the things I cannot possibly do. From the bottom of my heart, I am deeply grateful that 3 years of service today, constituent of Ipil, especially the indigenous peoples, will always be one of the meaningful years of my life. Now and again, I am appealing to everybody to continuously support me once and for all. When I start assuming my post as municipal IPMR of the Sangguniang Bayan of Ipil for the second term, which will commence this day, August 5, 2026 up to August 4, 2029, inshallah. Your constructive criticism and helpful mentoring are very much welcome and accepted as well. Build the dreams and aspirations of every Ipilinos for a better future ahead. Hoping for a peaceful, joyous remembrance of this day, keep safe, and may the blessing of Almighty God be with us always. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations, Honorable Hapit.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Alibutdan.
After hearing our DILG and the NCIP, and after completion of all the necessary requirements, I therefore move, Mr. Chair, to reaffirm and accept the
Okay, another matters?
Another matters?
Okay.
A privilege
On the
motion.
other matters,
Madam, Mr. Chair, privilege motion.
Yes,
I have to
Honorable
go
Limota.
to kuan to catch up my kuan for my medical check-up.
Okay. You're no excuse.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
On other matters na lang resolution, Honorable Lapid. On other matters, dili ta pwede ka pass ang resolution on during the privilege hour. Okay. Let's proceed. Mr. Floor Leader, for the approval of the minutes of the previous session.
yes, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Considering that we have already provided the minutes of the previous meeting, Mr. Chairman, I therefore move to dispense the actual reading of the minutes of the previous session, Mr. Chair.
There's a,
Second.
there's a motion for
Mr.
the dispense
Chair.
approval and dispense of minutes of the previous session.
Mr. Chair, prior to the ruling, may I request for a recess?
Yes, recess for 2 minutes. discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved.
Finally, Mr. Chair, I therefore move for the approval of the minutes of the previous session,
Okay,
Mr.
this
Chair.
motion
Second,
for
Mr.
approval of the
Chair.
minutes of previous session, seconded by Honorable Catalonia. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved. Madam Secretary, for reference of business for today.
Reference of business on first reading. Under proposed ordinance, we have draft ordinance number 080, sponsored by Honorable Glenn Ayan Sabihon, an ordinance creating the position of Admin Assistant 1, Bookbinder, Salary Grade 3, under the office of the Municipal Vice Mayor, providing its duties, responsibilities, and qualification standards, and authorizing the utilization of funds sourced from the abolished position of local legislative staff, Salary Grade 8, Step 1.
Okay, so what's the pleasure of the body?
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the author of this ordinance, I move for the approval of this ordinance for I indulgence of the author of this ordinance, I move that this be referred to the Committee on Rules.
Okay, this ordinance will refer in Committee on Rules.
Under other communication, we have here the supplemental budget number 1 for CY 2026 of Barangay Taway.
So what's the pleasure of the body? Floor leader.
Refer this to the, considering that is an amendment to the existing ordinance of the barangay. Refer this to the Committee on Rules, Mr. Chair.
This matter will be referred in Committee on Rules.
Okay, for
Sorry for
under-
consideration. Consideration. This matter will be referred on Committee on Rules and Appropriation. Supplemental.
Supplemental budget, Barangay Taway.
Okay, under item B, we have here the application for accreditation of Harvest Time Sustainable Livelihood Program Association.
Okay. This what's the pleasure of the body? Floor leader.
Rules?
Application for accreditation, Committee on Rules, Mr. Chair.
Okay, this matter will be referred to Committee on Rules.
Item
Mr.
C.
Chair,
Yes, Honorable Catalonia.
for consideration, the resolution of Barangay Tiayon, they were also requesting, other than the budget, it's a recognition of one legitimate tricycle driver operation. As we know, we already have the ordinance regarding this for the whole municipality of EPL. So I would, aside from the APROB, suggest that this be referred also to the Committee on Rules for review.
Wala pa siya nabasa, Dok.
Diri ko gabasa, diri siya gabasa.
Yes.
Wala pa siya nabasa.
Sige.
Ang kanang...
Diri ko nagbasa.
Wala, ang supplemental to, ang nabasa.
Okay. Okay.
So which is which? Diri kong basa or diri kong basa?
Okay, Madam Secretary, please proceed.
Okay, item C. Oh, paingon ako na, Doc.
Talalayon niya.
Okay, item C, duly endorsed from the Municipal Mayor is the letter of intent of Justini Q. Tarukan, resident of Barangay Tiayon, expressing his intention to avail the LGUPL Postgraduate Scholarship Program for law school students implemented through Municipal Ordinance number 04-498-2018.
So what's the pleasure of the body, especially on Committee on Education?
Education?
Committee on
Okay.
Education.
This matter will be referred in Committee on Education.
Item D, duly endorsed from the Office of the Mayor is a copy of the Memorandum of Understanding to be entered into by and between DPWH and LGU EPIL for the construction of boulevard along the EPIL coastline.
So what's the pleasure of the body?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable.
It's a memorandum of understanding, and aside from just a MOU, it also entails proper review by the Committee on Infrastructure. So I move that this will be referred to two committees, Committee on Rules and the Committee on Infrastructure, Mr. Chair.
This will be referred in Committee on Rules and Infrastructure.
Item E, we have here duly endorsed from the Office of the Mayor is the Covenant of Assistance, Commitment of Support between the CAAP and the Mutual Assistance Providers, Immediate Responders, and LGU EPIL for the proposed partnership and collaboration in the provision of assistance to EPIL Airport in the event of on or off airport aircraft emergency incidents.
So what's the pleasure of the body?
Mr. Chair, may I know from the secretariat if this item is considered as urgent or not by the mayor based on the referral?
I-open na to.
Recess for 1 minute.
Putol. Putol sa dang attachment. Mura ba?
Committee on Rules and Transportation.
Muna yung tag-apron.
Ha?
Apron eh?
Assistance ng provision. It's a support. Will it entail budget?
Okay.
Putol manggod siya.
Commitment of support between the CAAP and mutual assistance providers, immediate responders, and LGU IPIL. So meaning, kaning CAAP and mutual assistance providers or immediate responders, this is one group. Grupo na sila, kita LGU IPIL. For the partnership and collaboration in the provision of assistance to IPIL Airport. That is why we refer ni kay tanaw na to kung naabatay tulubagon sa financial aspect.
Yeah, so if there is, maybe it's prudent, if there is monetary involvement in this support, maybe we can also include the APRO.
APRO, okay.
Okay. For consideration, this matter be referred to the Committee on Appropriation.
Anyway, Mr. Chair, the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations is also a member of the Committee on Rules.
Madam Secretary, please proceed.
Item F, duly endorsed on the mayor, is the DILG advisory dated July 14, 2026, subject compliance with mandates on the appointment of licensed veterinarians.
Okay, so what's the pleasure of the body?
FYI. For
May I ask the
information.
Secretary, is this urgent?
Committee on Agriculture.
Okay, this
FYI?
No. Urgent. Funding allocation to comply with the said
Compliance with mandates on
Funding
the
allocation to comply with the said directive. Allocate sufficient funds to support veterinary
Compliance
offices
with
and
mandates,
rabies
appointment of licensed
prevention.
veterinarian. Funding allocation ang gikuan sa
Wala man tao.
Mr. Chair, the
Yes, ano ba katalog niya?
communication from our
Municipal
Honorable Mayor, it says here, compliance with mandates on the appointment of licensed veterinarians for deliberation and enactment of appropriate measures and necessary funding allocation to comply with the said directive. So, I would suggest at least be referred to the Committee on Appro.
this matter be referred to the Committee on Appropriation.
Okay, under barangay resolutions. Oh, nani Doc. Barangay resolution number 025. Barangay Tiayon, resolution requesting the SB for the amendment of municipal ordinance number 10-561/2020 on the provision of recognizing only one association and to allow the recognition of one more than one legitimate tricycle and drivers association, including the proposed barangay-based association of tricycle drivers and operators in Barangay Tiayon.
Okay, so what's the pleasure of the body, Floor Leader? This matter be referred Committee on Rules. Recess for 1 minute. Di man siguro niya pwede ba ngayon ano ko?
sige.
Okay, this matter will be referred in Committee on Transpo and Rules.
Okay, we're now the committee report, sir.
Okay, floor leader.
Okay,
One.
let us now go to the committee report.
Who have committee reports?
Ako rin ay committee report. Ana ka? Una ka? Ako yung una? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Committee report number 414 from the Committee on Rules, Resolutions and Ordinances. Subject here, a proposed memorandum of understanding to be entered into between the local government unit of BPIL and the Diocesan Social Action Center, DSAC, of the Catholic Diocese of BPIL for a partnership in implementing Justice and Peace Program championing human rights in the Philippines. Remarks and recommendations. The Committee on Rules, Resolutions and Ordinances to which the matter was referred, a proposed memorandum of understanding between the local government unit of BPIL and the Diocesan Social Action Center, DSAC, of the Catholic Diocese of BPIL for a partnership in implementing Justice and Peace Program championing human rights in the Philippines, a kind of program that will help promote the welfare and development of the people of BPIL. Upon receipt of the referral, Mr. Chairman, the Committee on Rules, Resolutions and Ordinances of the Sangguniang Bayan of BPIL immediately conducted a meeting to review on the legality and validity of the proposed MOU. No less than the director of the DSAC or the Diocesan Social Action Center, Reverend Father April Marcelo B. Yap, attended the said meeting and explained to the committee the very core of the program and its potential benefits to the community of BPIL. Yes, it is legal for a local government unit or LGU to enter into a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, with a Catholic organization to promote secular peace and justice programs, provided it respects the separation of church and state, avoids establishing a religion, and pursue legitimate public welfare goals. The Local Government Code of 1991 explicitly encourages LGUs to partner and cooperate with non-government organizations, people's organizations, and civil society groups to promote the general welfare, which includes peace, order, and justice initiatives. The primary objective of the partnership must strictly remain public safety, human rights, community development, or peace building, rather than the promotion of specific religious dogmas or sectarian worship. After fully establishing the legal basis and principles of the agreement, including its much-needed operational safeguards, the reviewing committee therefore strongly recommends for its approval. Mr. Chair, I therefore move for the adoption of this report.
Okay. There's a motion passed by Honorable Floor Leader, seconded by Honorable Apid. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I now go to the next committee report, which is committee report number 415. Subject here, an ordinance imposing a strict total ban on all commercial stalls, vending activities, and obstructions along the pathways, sidewalks, shaded walkways, and the entire premises of the Ipil overpass, situated at the National Highway of Barangay Poblacion, Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay, and providing penalties for violations thereof. Our remarks and recommendations. The Committee on Rules, Resolutions and Ordinances to which the matter was referred, a proposed ordinance imposing a strict total ban on all commercial stalls, vending activities, and obstructions along the pathways, sidewalks, shaded walkways, and the entire premises of the Ipil overpass situated at the National Highway of Barangay Poblacion, Ipil, Zamboanga, Sibugay, and providing penalties for violations thereof, a measure ensuring law and order within the newly opened vital pedestrian infrastructure exclusively designed for the safe crossing of the public. Specific provisions in the DILG Memorandum Circular number 2019-121 compels LGUs to reclaim all public roads, sidewalks, and overpasses from illegal structures and vendors under pain of administrative sanctions. On the same manner, Section 21 of RA 7160 explicitly gives LGUs the power to regulate, open, or close local roads, alleys, parks, and squares. Jurisprudence from the Supreme Court, such as Villanueva versus Castañeda, clarifies that because roads and pedestrian pathways are for public use, They are outside the commerce of man. LGUs cannot legally lease, assign, or permit commercial vending on public pathways, including pedestrian overpasses. In sections 447 and 458 of the same Act, under the regulatory powers of the Sangguniang, the specific authorities for municipal and city councils to enact ordinances that regulate public spaces, such as this proposed ordinance, fall under these sanctions. Under regulating nuisances, it mandates the local council to regulate properties, protect inhabitants from nuisances, and prohibit encroachments or obstacles on public streets and sidewalks. While under traffic and pedestrian safety, it authorizes the local council to regulate the use of streets, avenues, alleys, sidewalks, and bridges to ensure public safety and the free flow of traffic. Under such circumstances, this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, was calendared for first reading in the previous session. However, the corresponding committee report was not rendered at that time. That is why I also part of the resolution include this committee report as committee report after the calendar of first reading ni Sangguniang Bayan last previous session. There was actually a request by this representation to all the members of the committee that this proposed ordinance be included as one item for discussion during the public hearing that we conducted last Monday, no? August 3? Was it last Monday? Okay. August 3, 2026. Considering the public hearing was successfully accomplished last August 3, 2026 at the Old Municipal Covered Court as the venue, and this proposed ordinance was already included in the many proposed ordinances and proposed memorandum of agreements, proposed ordinances that were calendared during the public hearing. The committee therefore recommends that this ordinance be calendared for second reading for proper discussion in the next regular session, Mr. Chair. Motion to adopt the report, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there's a motion to adopt the said committee report. Any second to that motion? Seconded, Manuel Catalonia. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's all for today's session.
Okay, any more committee reports?
I
Yes,
have two committee reports,
Honorable
Mr.
Catalonia.
Chair. Committee report number 411 and 412. Subject SK Annual Budget CY 2026 of Barangay Tumitom amounting to 382,743 and Doña Josepa amounting to 414,073 and 83 cents. Remarks and recommendation. The Committee on Appropriation, to which was referred the SK Annual Budget CY 2026 of Tumitom and Barangay Tumitom and Doña Josefa of this municipality for review, evaluation, and approval. The said SK Annual Budget CY 2026 has been referred to the Local Finance Committee through the Municipal Budget Officer for technical review and preliminary review. After review, it is hereby declared operative in its entirety, effective upon its approval, subject to the posting requirements under Section 59 of RA 7160, and further subject to the conditions cited in the Local Finance Committee review. In the implementation of its budget, the LGU must assert an adherence to the fundamental principles enumerated in Section 305 of the Code. It is understood that the review action does not authorize any item of appropriation that is specifically prohibited by or inconsistent with provisions of law. The committee is hereby recommends for its approval, provided that compliance with the foregoing in the execution of this budget shall be the sole responsibility of the implementing barangay government using the standard guidelines and procedures in the budget execution phase prescribed under the Budget Civil Service Laws, Budgeting, Accounting, and Auditing Rules and Regulation. I move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to adopt that said committee report. Any second to that motion? Seconded by Honorable Palalon. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved.
I move for a resolution approving SK Annual Budget CY 2026 of Barangay Tumitom amounting to 382,743 and Doña Josepa 414,073 and 83 cents. Operative in its entirety, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there's a motion passed by Honorable Catalonia. Any seconded to that motion?
I second, Mr.
Seconded by
Chair.
Honorable Palalon. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none. Motion approved.
Committee report number 413, subject supplemental budget number 1, CY 2026 of Barangay Timalang, amounting to 158,324. Remarks and recommendation, the Committee on Appropriation, to which was referred SK supplemental budget number 1, CY 2026 of Barangay Timalang, of this municipality for review and evaluation. The said supplemental budget has been referred to the Local Finance Committee through the Municipal Budget Officer for technical review and preliminary review. After review, it is hereby declared operative in its entirety upon its approval, subject to the posting requirements under Section 59 of RA 7160, and further subject in the conditions cited in the Local Finance Committee review. In the implementation of its budget, the LGU must assert an adherence to the multiple fundamental principles enumerated in 305 of the Code. It is understood that the review action does not authorize any item or appropriation that is specifically prohibited by or inconsistent with provisions of law. The committee hereby recommends for its approval, provided that the compliance with the foregoing and the execution of the budget shall be the sole responsibility of the implementing barangay government, using the standard guidelines, procedures in the budget execution phase prescribed under the civil service laws, budgeting, accounting, and auditing rules and regulation. I move for the adoption of committee report number 413,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
There's a
Second,
motion for
Mr. Chair.
adoption of said committee report. Seconded by Honorable Palalon. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none. Motion approved.
I move for a resolution declaring supplemental budget number 1, CY 2026 of Barangay Timalang, amounting to 158,324 pesos, operative in its entirety, subject to posting requirements by Mr. Chair.
Okay. There's a motion passed by Honorable Catalonia. Any seconded to that motion?
I second, Mr. Chair.
Seconded by Honorable Palalon. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none. Motion approved. Any more who have committee reports? Okay, Madam Secretary, please proceed for business for today's second reading.
Okay, for second reading, we have the ordinance prescribing the implementation of the Smart and Safe City program of the municipality, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. It's sponsored by Honorable Glenn Ayan Sabion.
Yes. What's the pleasure of the body, Mr. Floor Leader?
Yes. Again, with the permission given to me by the Honorable Presiding Officer, who is the author of this proposed ordinance, which is being calendared for second reading for today's session. He's given me the authority to pass a resolution to calendar this proposed ordinance for second reading still in the next regular session, Mr. Chair.
Okay. This ordinance be laid on the table and to be calendared in the next regular session.
Item B, we have the ordinance providing for the implementation of RA 11-036, otherwise known as the Philippine Mental Act in the Municipality of Ipil, establishing a local mental health program, creating the Ipil Local Mental Health Council, prescribing protective measures for persons with mental health conditions, and appropriating funds thereof. This sponsored by Honorable Diane Catalonia.
Okay.
Mr.
So what's the
Chair,
pleasure of the proponent?
with the indulgence of this honorable body, to allow for revisions and considerations on the proposed suggestions during the public hearing, I move that this ordinance be calendared for second reading on the next regular session.
Okay. This
Second, Mr. Chair.
Okay. There's a motion passed by Honorable Catalonia, seconded by Honorable Floor Leader. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none. Motion approved.
Item C, we have the ordinance institutionalizing the local cancer prevention program for the municipality of Ipil, providing its administration and funds thereof, and for other purposes. Again, it's sponsored by Honorable Diane Catalonia.
Okay. So what's the pleasure of the proponent?
Walay mic yun.
No.
Ayun, nana.
Hello. Mr. Chair, I move that this good morning, Mr. Presiding Officer, my colleagues in this honorable council, and to everyone who continues to serve the people of Ipil with dedication. A good day to you all. I rise today not simply to sponsor an ordinance, but to speak on behalf of every Ipileño who has ever sat in a hospital waiting room holding the hand of someone they love, praying for good news that did not come. I speak for the mothers who discovered a lamp too late, for the fathers who kept working through the pain because they cannot afford to stop, for children who have grown up too fast, carrying a parent battling a disease that does not wait and does not ask permission. Cancer does not care about our budget cycles. It does not wait for the next fiesta, next election, or the next fiscal year. Today, somewhere in this municipality, a family is receiving news that will change their lives forever. Tomorrow, unless we act, another family will receive the same news, and many will receive it too late simply because early detection was never within reach and support was never within the reach either. This is why we cannot treat this an ordinance as an option. It is an obligation. Republic Act 1221-5, the National Integrated Cancer Control Act, already tells us, as a nation, that the fight against cancer must be fought at every level of government, down to the barangay and down to the household. And under Republic Act 7160, the Local Government Code, this council is not merely permitted to protect the health of our constituents, we are duty-bound to do so. To delay this ordinance is to delay a duty that the law itself has placed in our hands. What this ordinance offers is not an abstract promise. It is a local functioning system, a cancer prevention and control program that brings screening closer to our barangays instead of leaving it locked behind the walls of distant hospital, that brings health education into our schools and communities so that families recognize warning signs before it's too late, that ensures fundings exist not as an afterthought, but as a standing commitment, and that gives our people somewhere to turn, social support, not just medical instruction, in the hardest chapter of their lives. I have had the honor of working closely on the language of this ordinance, and I want this body to understand every whereas clause you will read in this document was written with real families in mind. This is not paperwork. This is a promise that no Ipileño facing cancer will have to face it entirely alone, and that no family will lose a loved one simply because prevention and early detection were never made accessible to them. To my fellow members of this council, I know we all carry the same love for this municipality, and I know each of us has in some way been touched by this disease through a relative, a neighbor, a friend, or someone whose name we still remember with quiet ache. Let this ordinance be our answer to that grief. Let it be proof that this Sangguniang Bayan does not only pass laws, but protect lives as well. I therefore respectfully and earnestly urge this honorable council to approve this ordinance. Let us give the people of Ipil what they deserve, a fighting chance, caught early, supported fully, and never faced alone. Maraming salamat and mabuhay ang Ipil.
Okay. Any motion to approve for second reading?
I move for the approval of this ordinance for second reading, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion passed by Honorable Catalunya, seconded by Honorable Ebol. Any discussion? Yes, Honorable Ebol.
Okay, this is a very sound program for the Ipileños, and this is perhaps a very serious problem when it arises to our fellow constituents. But may I ask the proponent of this ordinance, the fact that this entails perhaps a huge amount of funds, money, to support this program, how we are going to get into, is this funds be taken under the municipal health?
Okay, so what's the reply of the
Office?
proponent?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have already instituted some of the programs, and at present, it costs about 1% of our health budget. But because we included some, we and talked with the health officer, we proposed for an increase of another 1% from the budget of the health. This will be utilized from the budget of the health. The actual screening, some of the basic actual screening will be conducted in the barangays. We also request on that end, maybe the barangay can also allocate for maybe a few fundings on this aspect. But at the moment, the present budgetary requirement is met in implementing some of these programs, Mr. Chair.
Okay, any more discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Floor Leader.
This is a very noble law that the local government unit of Ipil will be implementing if once this ordinance be approved for third and final reading. Mr. Chairman, I have seen a lot of cases already. Women who are dying because of cancer. And if we try to check on their backgrounds, it's very hard. Of course, it's very hard to establish. Kaya usahay man good, ang cancer pwedeng hereditary. I hope I am correct, Dr. Dayan, who happens to be our member of the Sangguniang Bayan, can be hereditary, but it can also be through lifestyle. I am happy that one of the provisions here is to really implement tobacco-free and smoke-free workplaces, things like that. Because this is very important that we need to encourage also women. Kay, ug imong lantahon, a lot of cancer patients, labi na kung maghisgutag mga breast cancer and other types of cancer, kanang sa internal organs sa mga babayi, maglibog kag establish nga no man eh. And then you will find out later on that the husband is actually a heavy smoker. Remember that secondhand smoke is much more dangerous compared to if you are the one smoking. I have witnessed this a few cancer cases already. So I think I would like to suggest that in the implementation of this ordinance, considering that we are already empowering our women in this community, dapat po dunta ma-empower po atong mga women nga masultihan ang ilang mga bana nga please stop smoking because I am the one affected by your heavy smoking. So oo. Siyempre, bana guna nimo, asawa po kaniya. You know, if you are a husband, you keep on smoking inside your house, your children are there, your wife is there, surely you are killing them gradually, slowly. Mao mo gina siya ang tinuod.
I will take note of that, Mr. Floor Leader.
Wala na'y mamuyag. Siyempre, kung wala na dyan kay asawa, wala na'y mamuyag. Pero katong mga asawa nga na'y mga bana, kung mahimo, mahinahinayan o buyag. Okay lang na siya. Di man po nato gyud kuan ang tanan kay mag-smoke mong gina. Okay ra, basta walay maapektuhan nga uban. You smoke kanang na ako'y friend nga naga-smoke siya. Kabalo ka mag-istorya mo smoke siya mo kalit sa hawa mo palayo kay dito siya naga-smoke sa layo. So I really appreciate that kind of attitude. If you smoke, make sure nga wala laing tao na sa imong duol. Siguro pwede na to nga mahimo nga practice sa municipality of Ipil.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I think we already have a smoking ordinance and also maybe strengthening the implementation of that one in terms of the areas where smoking is allowed. no, I think this is also one form of respect to one another. Kay we know that not all people man gid mag-smoke, and if you are a smoker, so maybe you can also respect ang a friend or a
Yeah.
colleague to kanang kuan to move away if
Every time you
magsigarilyo.
smoke.
Yes, kay napod ba uban mga hubakon, mga ingana, no, or certain instances. But I think we already have an ordinance, no. Maybe we should just establish sa ang
Yeah,
mga smoking areas nga designated. But in connection to the ordinance that was the concern of Honorable Alcoriza, part of the aspiration in cancer prevention would be to educate our students. So we will extend this implementation of the ordinance through education. So ikuan po ni siya sa school. Kay di ba smoking usually starts sa teenage years. So we will educate our kids on the dangers of smoking. No, dili lang man na cancer sa lungs. Cancer can be everywhere if you smoke. It's a risk, no, for cancer wherever sa imong body. So we extend this through education sa school and also to our barangay. We always have our partner, barangay health workers, who will be our frontliners in implementation also of this ordinance. So we will be training them through a barangayan program. It is a training workshop for them that will be given by the Philippine Society of Medical Onco. They are very willing to come here and train our BHWs on how to go about with the cancer screenings. So they will be adept in terms of ang ilahang functions in the implementation of the ordinance in the barangay level, because what we want is gikan pa lang sa atong barangay these diseases will be captured and referred properly. So we are very lucky that karon na natay mga partner tertiary hospitals and even the DOH who will assist us in terms sa screening and then in terms of giving them assistance ug diagnosed and confirmed case na gyud sila. So with this ordinance, ang kaning mga patients nato who are suffering these diseases will be given adequate support to go through all the process, the screening, the treatment, no, because kay baluta that cost a lot, labi na gyud kaning chemotherapy drugs. So one of the I think that's it for Cons Jong, and I just want to add one of the issues that was raised during the public hearing was the allocation of examination room in every barangay to provide privacy to our patients during screening. So I think in the implementation, in the implementing rules and regulation, we can include that in every barangay there should be one specific examination room for both male and female that will be equipped with necessary nga mga equipments like the examining bed, no, for initial screening of these patients. So I think that would be all, Mr. Chair, if there are any more other queries.
In addition, Mr. Chair, in Article 4, Cancer Screening and Early Detection, Section 12, letter A, Cervical Cancer Screening, I would just like to be clarified unsa ning acetic acid and pap smear. Will this entail how much per patient?
Dili ko ka ingon kung pila, but that is it's the acetic acid is the reagent that you will use, no. I don't think it's expensive kay kuan man na siya, it's a bottle that kana bitong gamito nimo. Dili ko ka kuan exactly kung pila ang amount per examination. So we can ask maybe ang ato ang MHO, but definitely since wala naman pud sila reklamo in terms sa kuan, no, sa gasto, kay we are doing this slowly in every kuan nagka-cancer screening man ta. Last is ang even ang Don Andres, no. So I don't think dili siya ingana siya ka expensive.
Okay. Doktora and Konsihal Dayan, kanibang visual inspection. Through visual inspection, can you somehow determine that a person has probably already infected with cancer?
Yes.
Oh?
Through ana, yes. Kay tanaw man nimo sa microscopic, so.
Okay. Because para nako, it's better that if as much as possible, we will require all women ages 25 to 60 to undergo this.
Yeah, actually, I think it's still patients' rights. You cannot force it. But kanisha, we put it at the age of 25 to 60. No, ang ilahang ginabuhat gali is 30. But I think
30?
daghan naman good sexually active at that age.
Yes.
Sa 25.
Daghan na ganing HIV.
And that's why ganaog ang age no sa ato
Okay.
ang screening. Oo. So, in terms of the examination, lisod siya i-require because it's always patient's rights and prerogative to have herself examined. But we always advocate, labi na those who are sexually active because that puts them at risk no to getting infection. This is a viral infection that's it actually starts with a viral infection that causes mutation and then muna magka cervical cancer. So we do advocate na one input DI from the public hearing is that the DOH katong gimension ni attorney, they give vaccine no from age 9 to 14 for the prevention of cervical cancer. So ang ilahapod is specific is really from 9 to 14. Beyond that dili na sila
Dili na pwede.
maghatag yes because programa man gud pud siya gud sa gobyerno. So maybe if kato atong mga kuan nga naay children no, mga babayi nga mga anak between 9 to 14 they can avail for the free kay mahal ra ba pud na ang vaccine for the cervical cancer.
In addition, Mr. Chair, I am interested in this Section 13 referral pathways. First of all, I would like to be clarified in the region, how many hospitals do we have, be it private or public, that can accommodate potential cancer patients?
In Zamboanga Peninsula, I think ang atong mga tertiary is naa sa Zamboanga City, Dipolog, and Pagadian. But by referral, we are bound sa Zamboanga City.
Zamboanga City.
Now, all I think private hospitals in Zamboanga City are all tertiary hospitals capable of screening and treatment. However, in our system between the government, our referral hospital is Zamboanga City Medical Center. So dito po na sila maka-avail for the Cancer Assistance Fund for those patients who are already confirmed and needing treatment and follow-ups. So ato yung referral is from here to Zamboanga City Medical Center.
Okay. That's good. My point here, Honorable Dayan, is what if we will try to have an agreement with this hospital? We will inform them that we have a specific ordinance, this one, then we need to have an agreement with Zamboanga Medical Hospital, no?
Zamboanga City?
Zamboanga City, oo.
Automatic siya, walay problema.
Di na ba kinahanglan og MOA? Because ang ako lang, I just want to be sure that when we refer potential cancer patient from IPIL, because of this program ba, talking of this program, that upon reaching Zamboanga City, in that particular hospital, she will be immediately be accommodated. Kay gikan pa man gud diri sa IPIL, ato naman siyang giproseso god. So I just don't know how to. I'm not a doctor. I'm not very familiar, but basin pwede ta nga moabot sa point nga naatay ingunan ng agreement with the hospital.
With regards to that concern, I will refer again to the chief of hospital regarding the need for the MOA because the last time I was there, I talked with them regarding sa mental health. And there was no really the need of AMOA in terms sa referrals, no? They were very open and accommodating. Mudawat ra gid sila mga pasyente sa ipil as long as we inform them ahead.
Okay.
So regarding that, sige lang, I will go again mag-request or mag-communicate ko with them if ever we need MOA to implement this ordinance. But so far wala pa man pud tay mga pasyente even without the MOA nga mabalibaran when they need treatment. So
kaya nga ako mang good kay, for example, with this program, I don't know if what are the basic medicines, basic first kind of treatment that we will be implementing, so that when we refer our potential cancer patient to Zamboanga City, na natay gibilin dito nga that's my idea ha. Natay gibilin dito nga unsa bakhang mga kind of medicine that will be exclusive for an ipilinyo. No, maraging una na, that's my idea. Anyway, that can be in the implementing rules and regulations. Pwede man nato na isulod ko dito.
okay. I think with that aspect, you will be needing budgetary approval. Kay that will entail the
Budget.
LGU budget. But given that ZCMC is, I think, DOH retained, all the services are free. So dili na siguro ta kinahanglan mag the budget from that is granted man, and they also naamang gid na sila census and data in terms of budget proposal every year kung pila ilang kailangan. So dili na siya. I don't think we will be needing that. In sa kwan pod, sa Cancer Assistance Fund by DOH SAD, it was specifically said by attorney na around 150,000 for all, I think, for treatment and workup. So kana ang ma-avail for a cancer patient nga confirmed. So sa iyahang treatment and sa iyahang further workup.
Anyway, I do believe, Mr. Chairman, that if LGU EPIL is going into this direction, the national government is already an established. They have already an established program for cancer. So I do believe that our patients can avail of free checkups and free medicines also. Sige.
Yes,
Okay. I
we
agree.
Yes, we have two institutions that can help us. There's the PhilHealth Yakap cancer screening and also the DOH Cancer Assistance Fund. Sa tuwa lang diri is on our end is for identifying potential patients that would be needing further workup and possible treatment if confirmed gid ang ilang case. Ang ako lang siguro in the implementation of the IRR, we will include katong request sa ato ang MHO that the examination room and maybe ang ato ang barangay can allocate a portion of their budget for mga basic nga needs sa screening.
Okay. Upon scrolling down at the proposed ordinance, I happen to stop at Article 6, Social Protection and Support Services. This is what I like. Identify cancer patients and families who are indigent or belong to the vulnerable sectors and facilitate the enrollment in available national and local financial assistance programs, including PhilHealth, the Cancer Assistance Fund under RA 11215, and other applicable social protection programs. So, guwapo ni. Kay kita gida ipod ang mo facilitate daan diri pa lang daan sa ipil. So, sige.
Okay. Any more discussion? Amendments.
Amendment, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable
on
Catherine.
the budget and funding or appropriation and funding, that the annual appropriation of not less than 2% instead of 1%, Mr. Chair.
Okay. There's a motion passed by Honorable Catalonia.
I
Any seconded motion? Seconded by Honorable Lebol. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved. Back to the main motion that been amended once. Any amendment? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved. Move for third.
I move that this ordinance institutionalizing a local cancer prevention and control program for the municipality of Ipil, providing its administration, funding, and for other purposes, moved for third and final reading on the next regular session. Mr.
Second,
This-
Mr. Chair.
This ordinance be calendar next regular session to third and final reading.
For business on third and final reading, Mr. Chair, we have two. The first one is the ordinance establishing the Municipal Renewable Energy Development Program of EPIL, promoting energy efficiency and conservation by using clean and sustainable energy sources, providing implementation guidelines, and for other purposes.
Okay. Those in favor of this ordinance, raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye.
Okay. I think majority of body is favor of this ordinance. An ordinance establishing a municipal renewable energy development program of EPIL, promoting energy efficiency and conservation by using clean and sustainable energy source, providing implementation guidelines for other purposes is hereby approved.
Second, we have the ordinance abolishing the position of local legislative staff 2, salary grade 8, step 1, under the office of the municipal vice mayor, reverting its unutilized personnel services appropriations to the unappropriated balance fund for future position creation and structural organization.
Okay. Those in favor of this ordinance say aye. Say your right hand. Aye. An ordinance abolishing I think majority of body is in favor of this ordinance. Ordinance abolishing the position of local legislative staff, salary grade 8-1 under the office of municipal vice mayor, referring to the unutilized personal services appropriation and appropriated balance fund by future position creation, structural organization is hereby approved.
Well, on other matters, sir.
Other matters?
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Honorable
Other
Ebol.
matters? Okay. Mr. Chair, with respect to the documents submitted by the Honorable Hapid Muhammad, Mr. Chairman, I moved for a resolution reaffirming the representation of the Honorable Hapid Muhammad in the Sangguniang Bayan of Ipil from to date, August 5, 2026 to 2029. And so move, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there's a motion passed by Honorable Ebol.
Second, Mr.
Seconded by Honorable Dangpalan. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none? Motion approved. 2 minutes for photo ops. Recess. Congratulations.
na market is Slaughterhouse and Economic Enterprises. Our meeting will resume this afternoon at 2 p.m. Thank you.
For the information of members of the Committee on Market.
And also, Mr. Chair, in addition, I would like to remind all the members of this august body that on Monday, August 10, at exactly what time, Lai? 2 p.m. Our joint session with the LGU Naga and LGU Artilim will push through. Same venue at Bud's Brotel.
Okay, na-discuss po na itong Secretary. I would like, anyone would like to suspend the rules to accommodate our Madam Secretary.
I move for the suspension of the rules, Mr.
I
Chair.
second.
Rules suspended.
Okay, sige, thank you and good morning. Councilors of the Sangguniang of Naga and Rosillier Lim is waiting today. Sabutan daw og unsa ang attire because this is a very significant joint session kay delineation ni siya aron makahimog mapa ang tulo ka municipality. So either mag-formal attire mo or magbarong mo kay session day ni sa Rosillier Lim. So after morning nga session mo adto sila Buds Brotel. So depende ninyo sa inyong sambutan. Kay significant kayo ni siya nga himuon ninyo. Session. Okay, kay nagulat ang Naga unsay suoton.
Magbarong na.
Okay, barong. Okay, barong. Okay, second, magsabot mo nga himuon ni siyang special session. Kay sa Rosillier Lim ilaha i-recess nila ang session nila sa morning. Ihuman nila afternoon para masulod ni dito sa ilahang minutes. So sa ato special. So mo decide mo karon nga special session ang Monday. Although naanay letter si Mayor. So para sa recording special siya. No? Okay, ang yes. Special session nato. Yes, naanay. No, dili na sir. Kay kanilang man ang atuang ibutang nga agenda.
Special session man
Special session siya.
Mag-session nga pagka Wednesday.
Session nga punta. Now, mo ni ang mga points nga which is akong ihatag karon kanangutana si Vice Mayor Hambaro o si Vice Mayor Vista kinsa ang mag-preside. So depende na unya ninyo dito. Magsabot mo kinsay mo preside. Pag-abot na dito. Okay, next is ang subject matter na nakoy gihimo dinhi nga para sa ato ang mahimo nga agenda is the passage of an ordinance. So nagama na sad kong ordinance niya ihatag lang nako kay moingon na lang ko nga ang mag-floor leader si Sir Jong para ma-plaster kaayo ang kon kay definitely himuon naman ako diri ang ordinansa. So igo na lang niyong i-discussan. Ang sulod sa ordinansa is authority adoption and approval of the coastal terminal points and boundaries of the 3 municipalities. Sa Naga na-approve na nato in 2009. Na siya. Sa Rosillier Lim, na-approve nasad na siya 2018. Only na mga points and coordinates nga kulang. So, mora to'y atong isulod. And then, aside ang nga ordinance, naadid to isulod na po nato ang authority of the 3 mayors to sign the map and all pertinent documents for submission sa NAMRIA. So, specific to siya. Then second is directing the MPDC, the MAU, the MENDRO of the 3 municipalities to coordinate with NAMRIA and other concerned agencies for the finalization and submission of all documentary requirements. So moora ni siya ang sulod sa ato ang special session. Under depende na niya og dunay discussion nila sa other matters. And kay ang pondo na to ani is from the Penro good nga nasa schedule nga workshop. August 11 to 13. So nakahangyo mi nga sila nalay mo shell out. Kay ang output sa tulo ka municipality will be the input sa ilang workshop. So nakapangaytag mga 30,000. Ang problem is nagbook mi sa Badsbro. Kung snacks lang, we have to pay the venue. 5,000 per hour. So murag masulod ra sa among ipangay nga pondo sa Penro. So limit atong discussion nga within 3 hours. Kay 15,000 naman na siya. So, murag covered na siya, no? Muna ilahang kuan dito. Covered na snacks and 3 hours nga venue. So, okay na to siya. So, okay na ka naghulat man ang nagaan sa ilhang attire kay
mag-swimming afterwards.
And then Muna to ha, sa Monday, so diretso na ta adto dito. No? Kay good for 70 packs lang, nihangyo ko nga, ikuan kay ang mga guard, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock sa Monday. Nihangyo ko kay ang guard sa mga mayors, namang good yun na kuyog. So, gihangyoan sa anak ko. Then, na ako'y kuan ihangyo sad kung pwede, i-practice nyo balik ang caucus. Otherwise, unta katong kaganina na iron out na to kaganina ko naka caucus daan ba na kompleto ang papeles kay kuan man gud ta live, so kinahanglan ma-minimize ang mga kuan unta na. So far kato lang, and then ako lang ihatag unya ang ordinansa nga proforma para mabasa sa kuan. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, back to order. Any more other matters?
Give it to the SK Chairman, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Mr. Chair, with the presentation of the coach of Mr. Steven Gapol earlier on the athlete's outstanding performance and the distinction he brought to the municipality of Ipil through his remarkable victory in the Muay Thai tournament held in Dipolog City, where he secured a knockout victory in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Am I correct, Mr. Flor?
36.
1 minute and 3 seconds.
36. 36 seconds.
36, okay.
36 seconds. The Honorable Presiding Officer recognized the significance of his achievement and the honor, and of course with the Sangguniang Bayan members, of course. With that, Mr. Chair, I move for a resolution recognizing, commending, and congratulating Mr. Steven Gapol for his exceptional performance and remarkable victory in the Muay Thai tournament held in Dipolog City, where he secured a knockout win in 1 minute and 36 seconds, thus bringing distinction, honor, and pride to the people of the municipality of Ipil. I so move, Mr. Chair.
So motion suspended to seconded by all the members of this body. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved.
That
Any
would
more
be
other
all,
matters?
Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Honorable Palalon.
Another item, Mr. Chair. This is in relation to the visit of our municipal police chief, Police Major Saleh. I can still remember how we tried to discuss the implementation of speed limit ordinance in the municipality of Ipil. If we will strictly implement that, I do believe that it can help a lot in curbing out the instances of drug racing in the different areas in the municipality, vehicular accidents. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I move for a resolution humbly requesting the Municipal Peace and Order Council, headed by its chairman, the Honorable Mayor Ramses Troy D. Oligario, to consider the procurement of speed gun gadgets for the proper implementation of the municipal speed limit ordinance. That's my motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, recess for 2 minutes. Hindi mo kapili discuss for May seconded by Honorable Ibol. Any discussion? Amendments? Objection? Hearing none, motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Wala na ba ilain? Wala na? Wala na ba?
Wala na.
Wala na, okay, sige.
Yes, Honorable Dangpalan.
Mr. Chair, I move for adjournment, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There's a motion for adjournment.
Second.
And a second. The 55th regular session is hereby adjourned.